The Weeping Angels, the silent killers of Doctor Who. Well, I always thought these characters were pretty cool and creepy in their own way, and I decided my graveyard wouldn't be the same without one, so I'm going to show you how I made my modified version of a Weeping Angel. I started out making a base for the statue by taking a 2x2 piece of plywood you can get at the Home Depot and framing it out with pieces of 2x4. Since you'll be attaching a support to the center of the box, it's a good idea to reinforce it with another piece of 2x4 right down the middle. When it's together, it'll look like this. I tried to miter the corners, but they didn't come out perfect. Don't worry, we are covering everything in monster mud. That is my big mantra I want you to repeat while making your statue like this. Don't worry, it will be covered in monster mud, and that will fix everything. Next, you'll need a body. I was lucky enough to find this display torso made out of a thick cardboard and covered with muslin. But you could also use part of a mannequin or a dressmaking dummy, whatever you can find. Remember to check Craigslist. The head is a regular styrofoam wig head you can get at any wig or beauty shop, and after I shaved down the neck a bit, it kind of fit nicely into the neck hole. Now, most of these torsos will come with something for attaching them to a support. I didn't want to buy the support, so I decided I would be replacing the small metal attachment with a regular plumber's flange and using a 3/4 inch metal pipe for her legs. Now you can see I've screwed the flange into the bottom of my torso, and I also screwed another flange into the box, making sure that it is attached to the middle 2x4 for support. I screwed in the pipe tightly to the base and the torso, and now I have my lovely 5'6" angel body, and she's gonna be gorgeous. Now the tricky part, arms. I searched all over for mannequin arms that bend like the Weeping Angels, and they just don't exist. It's an extreme bend, and it's one we're gonna have to make ourselves out of PVC, some special joiners, and some ingenuity. I took a large boring drill bit, and I made a hole on either side that I could put PVC pipe through. Then for the bend in the shoulders, I bought some special joiners from a company called Spider Hill Prop Works. They sell these articulated PVC joiners that will let you set your arms and shoulders at any angle, even extreme ones. So I'm going to attach them to the PVC pipe going through the middle, and they will be my shoulders. Here's the torso with the joiners attached. I cut another piece of PVC about 10 inches for the upper arms, and then another piece for forearms, and you can see the armature really coming along. I really want to show you the incredible range of motion that these Spider Hill Prop Works joiners have, as well as your options for setting arms. When I get them in the right position, I will glue them with PVC glue, as well as drive a few screws through them so that nothing can rotate it after it's set. Now for hands. I found these great mannequin hands on Craigslist, although you can order them online as well. They're cupped perfectly, but they do not have the backwards bend that I needed for covering the eyes in that position. So what did I do? Hacksaw! Sometimes you have to cut things to make them fit. From there I could screw from the inside of the hands to the PVC pipe and add a lot of liquid nails to screw it together into one solid wrist. I've already planned for the sleeve to be tight around the wrist, so if you need to go all orthopedic surgeon on your pieces to make them work, that's okay. Relax. It's all going to be covered in monster mud. Ah, there she is. She's really starting to look like a weeping angel. Now, there is never a good time to get the costume on your angel. I think I'd screwed the hands to her face, then had to pull them out and reglue them and somehow get your costume on your angel. If you have to split it down the back, cut off the sleeves, reattach them, do it. You can staple gun it together on the mannequin, and monster mud, once again, will cover it. If your arms are lacking some thickness, pool noodles are great for padding them out. Now she's got her toga on, and I've started stapling folds into the sleeve where I want them. I also taped her hands to her face to help me glue them with liquid nails. Just as an aside, I didn't really like what the skirt was doing, so I cut it off at the waist, sewed an actual waist piece with gathers already built into it, and reattached it with the staple gun. Once again, monster mud. Okay, pretty big jump forward now, my bad, I had my hands covered in good. I've now coated the entire thing in monster mud. Monster mud for you newbies is just joint compound and latex paint in a 5-to-1 mixture. Take a drill mixer, mix it up, and just start glopping it on your sculpture. The stuff is amazing, and it turns fabric into this sort of moldable, almost clay-like surface. And you can start adding folds or tightening your sleeves. It really becomes a sculptural piece. After the monster mud was dry, I coated the whole thing in Drylock to make it waterproof. Then I took a very watery mixture of black paint and just sort of let it drip down the statue, from the eyes, from the skirt, to give age lines and shadows. It really helps creep it up. When I got it aged to where I wanted, I covered the whole statue in cheap, clear spray paint. To me, it just gave it a nice concrete look. Oh, and not to forget about the hair. It's just a mop head that I dunked in the monster mud and then pinned to the top of the wig head. I wanted to give her an updo, so I just twisted and used T-pins to hold it wherever I wanted it. Monster mud is truly the best hairspray ever. And here she is in the graveyard. I know you're asking yourself, where are the wings? Well, they may be an addition this year. I'll make them out of sheet styrofoam and find some way to screw and glue them to the back. My only worry is for storage, so there may be a way to make them removable. I'll think about it another day. Anyway, I hope this has inspired you to do some spooky creations of your own, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you guys, and happy haunting!